Okay, here with Allie Ewing after her second round here at the Pelican Women's Championship. What was some of the highlights of your round today? I know saw a lot of birdies on the cart. Any of those stand out to you?
Um, I got started really well on 10. I had a really good approach shot, followed by another solid one on 11, which kind of really just, I think, gives you a good feeling to start your round with a couple birdies. And fortunately gave a couple away on my front nine, but then closed with a really good back nine. So I felt like it was really solid, good ball striking day, which is what I rely on a lot of times.
Take us through that last hole you had. I know it was really close to the hole. So as you were watching it, what we were feeling and how was the
Yeah,
approach? Yeah.
yeah. Everyone at the green was like, "Go in, go in, go in." So I started getting pretty juiced up, thinking that I might have a hole in one, but it was like a foot, so good enough to cap off my round with a birdie. So tap in birdies are always good.
Sitting close to the top tomorrow, a little work to be done, but only 18 holes left. What's that strategy going to be like?
Same strategy for me. It's just one shot at a time type execution. It's easy to get ahead of yourself, and but I found myself in good positions like this. So for me, just teeing it up with a lot of confidence. I feel well rested, but obviously, you know, go in with a mindset of off season just around the corner. So want to capitalize on this opportunity to hopefully get a good finish this week and play a solid round tomorrow.
Do you like being in the chase and getting to be a little more aggressive?
I wouldn't say that I'd be any more aggressive than I would be in a typical round. I'm very strategic with how I play, my shots. So hopefully I just put myself in good positions with good tee balls to start, and then rely on my ball striking and hopefully roll in a few putts.
All right, go ahead, gentlemen.
Allie, this seems like the kind of golf course where the scores can be dictated by the hole locations. You can
Yeah.
put some out here where they're just completely inaccessible. How do you remain patient knowing that's the case?
Yeah, I think for me, I have such like a hard line on what I do with the decade system that I use, decade golf around the golf course. So when I see a pin that's just kind of encouraging you to say, hey, look over here, I see that my yardage book says, I need to look like 5 yards away from that pin. So for me, it's being very deliberate, and also, just really relying on the fact that, if that's a pin that people are going to get aggressive with, I'm going to take my, aggressively conservative line according to decade, with the number that I have in. So you're right, there are some pins that can certainly tempt you, but it's just being really deliberate, decisive, and looking away from them.
For the uninitiated, what is the decade system?
Yeah, it's just it's a series of stats that kind of tells you from 120 yards. You've got the shot pattern that might tell you hit it within, here to here, left and right. And so you kind of move that shot pattern around depending on the distance, for what the tour average is from that number.
You're one of the few people out here who actually work shots. Do you find that's an advantageous, given some of the difficulty of these hole locations?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that I intentionally like step up to shots where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hit a big draw here, but I play to a good miss, I think I would say. So like on my last hole, for instance, I'm looking like 5 yards left of that pin, but there's slope that takes it that way. So for me, it's just kind of being smart and knowing that if I do cut this, it's fine, but I'm going to try to hit it straight. Kind of that's kind of how I think my way around the golf course when it comes to working the ball.
Did that system take a while to win you over, or did you kind of take to it right away?
No, I mean I've used it for a really long time. Specifically, my swing coach back in West Point, VJ Trolio, he was in on it really quick, because I think some of the biggest difference that I see in junior golf, college golf, professional golf is just strategic management, course management of the golf course. And I think those that can think their way properly around the golf course as well as execute definitely is a big advantage.
Anyone else? Good to go. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.